Let's turn now our attention to today's Bloomberg Big Take, which takes a look at the 18 minutes of trading that broke the nickel market. When the commodities price went vertical last week, the metals industry was plunged into turmoil, not seen since the tin crisis of 1985. Joining us now is Bloomberg Energy and Commodities reporter Jack Farchy. Jack, how serious then was the impact? What a remarkable week. How serious was the impact for the financial sector from what we've seen across the nickel space, and how dangerous is this, or was this moment for the LME?
Well, it was a hugely dramatic. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest moves we've ever seen in any commodity market. Nickel prices went up 250% in the space of about 24 hours. And really, where this caused a huge amount of pain was in margin calls. So any company that is involved in the physical nickel industry often hedges their price exposure with a short position on the LME. When the price goes up, they have to pay up cash in margin calls. And the margin calls across the whole metals industry were insane on Monday night, and would have been even worse on Tuesday, but the exchange cancelled a whole series of trades. But what we're talking about is many billions of dollars of margin calls across the metals industry. It's caused a huge amount of pain. We reported this morning in our story, 4 or 5 of the brokers on the LME would have failed if the exchange hadn't cancelled those trades. So I think we did come pretty close to the edge.
It is remarkable, as you say. What happens next? Do we have any clarity on what the roadmap is next for this market, and when do you expect it to reopen?
Well, as we've been reporting for the last week, the real driving factor behind this squeeze in nickel is a short squeeze on the position of this giant Chinese nickel company, Tsingshan, owned by this rather amazing and very risk-hungry entrepreneur. I think the key to getting the nickel market reopened again is going to be a resolution of his position. He was struggling to make margin calls to his banks last week. That's one of the key reasons behind the short squeeze that took place. So we need to see some kind of deal, either for him to reduce his position or for him to get financing from somebody in order for the market to be able to reopen. And so far, we don't know when that's going to come.